Hey y'all. Hey. Hey, beautiful people. I felt you guys' presence roughly around about that time. What is happening? I'm glad that you guys were able to stick with the arrangement. I know I changed things up. Wifey duties, y'all. We've got so much to talk about and unpack. It's going to be unreal. I'm actually looking forward to coming into this space tonight with you guys because there's lots to unpack, guys, because I know that the planets Jupiter and Mercury are now direct, so there's movement to say the least. But hold that thought, guys. I'm gonna get all the dramatics going for you guys before we get into everything. Stay right there. Hey y'all. Honestly, I have been waiting to check in with you guys because I want to know what is going on in you guys' world. Okay, because the energies are moving, guys. The energies are moving. It has been quite the week. The karmic unfoldings have started. I'm good, ML. Hi, everybody. Start answering your questions, guys, because I need to know what is going on and how you're actually kind of how you're feeling about everything. Not at all. Honestly, I feel like I'm glowing. Okay, and this is my glow. I actually make products. But this is all me. Oh, and my ring light, actually. That's my trusty ring light, Rush. But come on, guys. Let's put some questions out there because I've got my cards out there ready. There's so many scripts that's playing. Rush. I'm going to pull the tarot for you. I'm not going to, because I can tell you the answer to that question and say to you that it wasn't necessarily your fault. What I can do is have a look and see the karmic unfolding of the situation. Okay, because you're carrying guilt. That's clear because you've actually asked the question. So what we want to do is have an understanding of what was taking place during the time of Mum falling ill for us to be able to even get some clarity on that. So help us have a clear understanding, guys, of the unfolding here for Rush. Okay. Disappointment can do that to a heart, don't worry. Your fault, not necessarily. Okay. And that's okay. That's okay. Sometimes when we don't share the same alignment, it can be heartbreaking, however. And I understand that you guys may not have the same dreams, but sometimes that can be a lot for a person to process. I can feel all sorts of anxieties and stress, elevated chemically induced states, even being in a space thinking like that. It's a lot sometimes for people to really be able to accept that. Even if they love us and they want the best for us and they want what we want for ourselves and they just want us to thrive. Sometimes it can just be a little bit for a heart to process. So I'm going to pull some cards for you, my love, and just see what is the karmic unfolding for Rush. Yeah, I think it's just one of those things. It's one of those things, Rush, where you have one vision for your life and somebody else has their vision for your life as well. And it's hard to outlive our parents' shadows sometimes. It's one of those things that can be very, very detrimental to our psyche and emotional health. It feels very messy in this space. I'm gonna grab these here because there's a lot going on. Yeah. What I'm seeing as far as the karmic unfolding, I guess, for you guys with this situation is where you guys are working through. Thank you. Love that, pumpkin soul. Hope. Love that. So with the situation for yourselves, I love that. I appreciate it. It seems as though Mum's going through a process of really being able to let go of her limitations of what she sees fit for you. However, you can assist her in the process, my love. What I'm seeing on the cards here for you guys is that there's a real deep introspection that's taking place. And there's a way to be able to resolve some of the distortion that you guys are having, because you guys have the same desire and intent. And if you guys can focus on that and make that the actual the primary focus. So basically, Mum wants to know that you are going to be self-sufficient and you're going to be able to sustain yourself in life. That is her only concern. It's about really being able to show her in what ways you're able to support yourself with what it is that you want to be able to do. Oh, she passed away in August. That's sad. Okay. You still get the opportunity to be able to do what it is that you want to do with some compromises of what Mum would have wanted for you as well. She just wanted you to thrive, because that's the energy that I was getting in this space, speaking on the situation. She just wants you to thrive. And if she didn't communicate that to you, I guess in her waking presence, it didn't necessarily matter how you thrive. She just wanted to know that you were going to be okay at the end of it. And if you give yourself the permission, she will support you energetically in spirit. And unfortunately, she wasn't able to support you in waking life the way that you would have wanted her to at the time. But she's able to do so much for you in spirit, and she's able to support you and lift you up in strength and in courage and bravery to pursue some of those dreams that she may have once felt like resistance to. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm getting from the situation. Okay. Mom supports your vision. She couldn't see it in waking life, but she's able to feel it, and she'll help you to continue to sense the path that is right for you. Okay. Be open. Be open. Then you might need to change the narrative of maybe the role she played in waking life, because she's playing a different. She can see your future. The spirits can sense all of our futures, my love. I'm utilizing my angels and guides at the minute to be able to pick up on what they're able to sense in the atmosphere ahead. That's how this stuff works, man. It's a funny world we live in. Trust me, guys. But thank you, Rash. Thank you. Okay, so we have chocolate on the list next. Chocolate on the list. Okay, let's see if we can find chocolates. How is Chocolate's Virgo feeling about them? Let's have a little look and see. Oh, I'm being called to the romance cards. Sorry. I'm being called to the romance cards, my love. Okay. And first thing off the bat is attraction. What happened with you in Virgo? I'm seeing that reconciliation is in an respective states. So what happened with you and Virgo, Chocolate? Let's unpack some of this stuff. Are you guys I miss you. I don't know. I do remember you, ML. I do. Don't worry. We're here. I miss you guys as well. I had wifey duties yesterday, guys. So I had to reschedule y'all because we're in class. Honestly, it's amazing what's about to unfold for us as collective consciousness. God is amazing. It's amazing. Okay. I walked away from him recently because he got jealous of him. Oh. Okay, this is why. Okay. Well, thank you. Are you open to reconciliation now, my love? Can you assist him in navigating through his jealousy? That is my question to you, because that may be a part of the unfolding of this chapter. God is amazing, right? We're about to have some awesome scripts written for us, guys. The play is about to get interesting. This play of life thing is about to get very, very interesting. Thank you. Thank you, Shreya. Right. Chocolate. How is V feeling? The Virgo. The Virgo. How are they feeling about them? Oh. Thank you. Okay. Oh. Now, I'm gonna keep it true with you guys. Chocolate. He's feeling like he's withdrawn himself. You kind of choosing to, I guess, end things. He's withdrawn himself. And I think he's kind of like going through a process of maybe learning a little bit about what he didn't necessarily do right in the situation as well. He's kind of reevaluating some of the things that he did that was out of his character. He didn't really feel like that was the best representation of himself, basically. So he is observing some of those things. Is he coming back into the space? At the minute, he's feeling like there isn't really any room for him to come back into the space. So I don't know if you've given him any inclination. Yeah, because that's the class y'all are in. Okay, the cards and said it. You're forgiving, and he's learning, and vice versa. As are you. You're learning from this class what you don't want from the situation moving forward. What I do see is that he feels as though there isn't an open door for him. And it's really the thing that's kind of, if you don't want that to be the situation, I guess let him know that you are open to being able to reobserve things. But he's busy living in grief and sadness, if I'm honest. That's what it feels like. A little bit of bitterness towards himself, I guess, for how he handled situations, handled you and himself, because I think he's disappointed in himself as well. But yeah, I think the main thing at the minute is that he doesn't feel as though there's any opening for him to even have any space in your love experience at the minute. Okay. I hope that was useful for you, but yeah. Right, guys, let's have a little look. Absolutely, because that's who she is now. That's the energy she carries for you. So sometimes when I'm channeling, um, I it's nice to know a bit of the story, to know whom I'm channeling from, or what messages is most important to be relayed and passed on. I'm speaking to Rush here. So with the situation, that's the one thing I guess that her heart would want you to know, if she could still be here in physical presence with you, is that she supports what you want for yourself regardless. Um, yes, and that's beautiful. That's beautiful. And keep that same openness to her connection. Okay, because she's actually now going to be able to help you to acquire some of those dreams, simply through I guess downloads, and connection to her allows for you to be more receptive to the thought patterns and the thought waves that comes through directly from her channel. So keep that open, and utilize her as a muse as well. It's important. It's important, guys. They might not be in their physical body, but they still serve a purpose. They serve different purposes in non-physical form as well. Pumpkin. Okay, let's see what pumpkin. Oh, love that. Where I know about what my past life, so I can get some insight in this life. Oh, this is good. This is good. I love these types of questions. Now we're going into another layer of dimension, guys. Hold on to your thinking caps. The domes are about to be open into another layer. We're going to pierce into another layer, guys. Okay, let's have a little look and see pumpkin. Let's connect to pumpkin's energy. Quarter the amethyst for you to kind of just keep the space clear as we move into this next layer, guys. Okay. What can you tell us, guys, about pumpkin's past life? Okay. Okay. So what they're showing me is that in the past life situation, okay, so there's something coming through. There was something that you weren't able to finish up. If you don't mind, Pumpkin, you may not be open to kind of like sharing your name. I do name readings, so I want to see if you've got any karmic lessons or karmic debts. Have you checked to look to see if you've got any karmic lessons or karmic debts that you're playing out in this life? Have you done a name reading? But it's okay, I'm good. What's that question too? Oh, snap. Did you change the question? Well, there's a lot. What's the other question, Pumpkin? I feel like I'm in the middle of a awakening. It's been so hard and would like to know more about this. Okay. Okay. That is something that's a part of the awakening process. It's important to know about the past life. So you were definitely guided to that for a reason. However, your question is loaded, my love. It is loaded. Okay. You haven't. What I would definitely recommend you do, because you need to understand, I guess, what your a part of your assignment, I guess, here is, the more you know about whether or not you've got any past life or past life lessons. If it's lessons, I mean, we're going through those here anyways, right? It's a part of the game. But if you've got karmic debt, from what I can see in a past life, there's karma brought over into this life, to do with, by the looks of it, to do with erratic and reckless behavior. Okay, so you may have been a little bit reckless in a past life, and you're learning how to refine your carefree nature in this life. Let's have a look. Okay, I'll email you for a more detailed reading. Yeah, okay. Hey, Hope. I know, beautiful. And that's definite. I'm glad that your guides are taking you there and they're giving you an opportunity to understand the actual assignment, because all the layers of all the fragmentation of what we experience here is connected and anchored into other dimensions as well. So we will definitely talk about that in a sidebar, okay? But glad that they're taking you down that path. Glad that I'm excited. I'm gonna move on to the next person, but definitely Hope. Send me an email on that. Send me the details, and I will do a name reading to see a little bit more. You, you are you aren't necessarily a douchebag. Honestly, we're in a different time. I want to say this, guys. Okay, we're in a different time of evolution. Okay, we're growing into much better people at this stage of evolution. We've all been douchebags in a few lifetimes. Okay, it just so happens to be the process of the purge. We're getting closer and closer to purified. Okay. Thank you for your question, lovelies. I'm going to move on to the next person. Ivory. Okay. Let's have a little look and see. Ivory. Archangel, show me. Oh, can I get some assistance, please? I'm seeing so much on the screen. Take me into the direction of Ivory. Thank you. There we go, my love. What will my person like about me when we see each other in person? Oh. That's nice. Okay, so this one I'm just going to, because I'm feeling okay. I'm being asked to utilize the rose quartz crystal. What I'm sensing with them is that they see you as somebody who's ambitious. They see you as someone who's a visionary. It's something that they're a little bit concerned about from time to time. So you might want to sort of like keep the balance with that. Okay, keep realism with the vision, because God's placed these visions within us for reasons, but we have to also navigate through a linear concept. So it's very important that we stay realistic in the process. They'll also really appreciate the fact that you're not just working towards stability, but you're also somebody that is able to provide a space that feels like a secure environment. You're a safe place for them, is what I'm hearing. They may kind of have their own issues dealing with blocked emotions, maybe a little bit indecisive. That's probably why they're partnering up with you, because, you know, we say like attracts like, and that is true in essence, but also opposites attract, positives and negatives. So when we're charged up in one place, it's natural for the person that is equally yoked at that precise divine moment in time to, I guess, substitute the things that we lack. So because you may be able to be a little bit more decisive, that may be one of your qualities that they appreciate as well, that allows them to gravitate into your orbit. And they like the fact that you're generous and you are kind and caring, and you like giving to people. Again, something that you're going to need to learn how to balance as well in that relationship, because they're also going to want to be able to feel as though there's room and a place for them as well. Okay. Yeah. I think that's all I'm picking up for you, beautiful. I think that's all I'm picking up for you. Go for it, guys. Ask away. Oh, the chat's getting interesting. Someone from the 1700s. Wow. Oh, I like that. I like that, Lucy. That suits you. That's nice. I like that. How's it navigating through this life with the accolades and qualities of that lifetime? How has that sort of supported you in this lifetime? Because we talk about the karmic challenges or lessons and debts all the time, but there's ways that these lives power us up as well for the possibility to sort of live these ones out as well. You know. Right. We've got L next. What is my person's current thoughts towards me, please? Okay, thank you for that. I appreciate that, ML. I'm going to pull some energy cards for you because you guys' situation is complicated. And I sense that it's complicated. So we want to read the energy of this space to open up the connection to get some clarity in unpacking this complication. Okay, let's do that. Okay. Oh. All right, guys, let's have a little look. Show me. How's ML? Oh, no, you're good. Oh no, you're good. You got your place in the QML. Don't sell yourself out. You're good. You're good. Don't be scarred. It's only feelings, okay? I know they hurt and they cut and they wound and scar. Actually, they take pieces of us in the process, but the fragmentation is a necessary part of the growing pains, unfortunately, my loves. Let's see. What is the energy that ML's person's emitting towards them? What energy are you thinking of? Thank you, guys. Very clear. Okay. Oh, that's nice. So this is what we have. Okay, so this is the card that popped out. So they definitely see you as somebody who pretty much has your stuff together-ish. They love you, for lack of a better way of putting it. Okay, they're literally wearing their heart on their sleeve. Like they feel towards you. Yes, I am already reading yours, Amel. They feel towards you. They see you and they like what they see, but at the same time, now I'm always gonna keep it troll with you guys, okay? Disclaimer, that's what I say before I get real. Okay? They see that you're sometimes hot and cold a lot, and that's sometimes confusing. And as much as they want to give their heart to the situation and they want to let themselves wear their heart on their sleeves, they feel like you're a little bit hot and cold sometimes. Sometimes you're just a little bit too much, for lack of a better way of putting it. But they love that about you. They love that about you. It's just about refinery. So this season in romance class, guys, the scripts that we are getting, oh my God, it's about to be interesting. We're going to get some deep subconscious updating and programming whilst I'm actually on the topic. Oh, okay. Can you articulate that? Like, can you articulate that to them so that they know? Because the way that they read you is that, like, it's hot and cold. And I understand that sometimes, because I'm actually naturally an introvert, and I'm actually somebody that gets social anxiety, but I love to just chill and vibe. So I just had to find my best comfort in myself. to find like a nice balance in myself to be able to come and do the things that I do, because I'm naturally an introvert, but I'm also openly extroverted as well. So you're not just one way. It's just about identifying maybe what are some of the qualities that are making you feel shy. And a lot of it may have nothing to do with them and everything to do with yourself and needing to stretch yourself more and needing to open yourself up more, and needing to just be a little bit more willing to be vulnerable, basically, because they care. They're just not so sure if you do. I just have to keep it true. Sorry, y'all. On that note, I'm gonna pack that up. Yeah. Okay. That's honestly all I've got for you there, Amel. That's all they're giving me. They're like, that's all that needs to be said for now. That's all that needs to be known. Yeah, they definitely are feeling an attraction to you, but because of the way that you're kind of being read at the minute with the hot and cold thing, um, yeah, find a nice balance, okay? Find a nice balance. It will be okay because they actually have an attraction towards you as it is, anyways. It's just about just letting them know what they're attracted to, okay? Because when we're shy, we tend to hide ourselves and keep ourselves covered. And it's hard for people to see us that way. But then we're really actually on the inside crying out for people to see us. It's a very strange game that we play with each other. Lucy. Okay, it's Lucy's go. Lucy's been active in the chat, so I actually want to see Lucy's question. It's your go, beautiful. Right, let me go up here. Archangel Shamuel, can I get some assistance, please? I need to find Lucy's question, please and thank you. Thank you. Oh, this is a whole story, y'all. Oh, okay. I'm gonna read for you guys, okay? So I don't know if I've actually got Lucy's question. The other day I thought about a guy from my past. His energy was so strong. I felt it very strong. Was he thinking of me too? It was all of a sudden. Okay, and I think you've probably kind of dissected and unpacked the story for us a little bit. So let's just have a little look and see here. Oh, I love the support that you guys give to each other in this space. It's amazing. We love that. Keep spreading the love, guys. The world can be challenging. Okay. I think Lucy's question is, was their person thinking of them or picking up on them? They were thinking about the woman that they want, and you just so happen to answer the calling, my love. That's the best way that I can put it. They were thinking about the next person that they wanted to be with, and what you sensed was a calling into their orbit. And it's, how can I put this? It's one of those situations where, it's one of those situations where they had a realization about what they wanted, and you just so happen to be a vibrational match. And it's amazing how these things happen out there. It blows my mind. It's amazing how these things happen out there in collective consciousness. But yeah, he was thinking about, well, he received realization. He received realization about the type of woman that he wants. He received a vision of the type of woman that he wants. And I guess the marathon continues. What I'm seeing is that this is a time sensitive situation. Both Geminis, I think. Okay. Yeah. They got the realization. They're at a place whereby they're thinking about how to actually sort of manifest that timeline. I think they're actually finally at a place where they're ready. They're ready. That's what I'm hearing. They're ready. They're ready. I don't want to say necessarily to commit, but I think they're ready to actually, actually, they're ready. They're ready for marriage and family. Like that's where they are in their lives now. And now that they've made that decision within themselves, it's like your receptors went off and it was like, what? They're ready? Huh? Where? Huh? Where do I need to be? It's very interesting. It's very interesting, but I love that connection. I love that type of divine connection. That is beautiful. I love that for you. They definitely were thinking. I don't necessarily know that they're entirely clear, I guess. That they I don't know if they're entirely clear that they want that with yourself, because I think they're still kind of thinking, do they see me in this way type thing? Um, but yeah, I think it's one of those situations whereby they just came to realization. They came to realization that they're actually wanting um, marriage and family, and I guess a life that they didn't think that they would actually want for themselves, pretty much. Um, definitely thought of you. Definitely thought of you. They definitely thought of you. There were qualities of yours, I guess, that that's usually how it is, because they're having those realization moments, right? And they're like, oh, snap. That was the one. If I had treated her better, I would be in a completely different place now. But yes, beautiful. That's how it works. They definitely did think. They are thinking about whether or not it's actually like something that they can manifest as far as like a timeline. Um, that's the bit that's sketchy, because that's what I'm saying. The timing has literally lapsed so much, I guess. That's why I said time management was going to be like the main situation with this particular thing. But he definitely, they thought to themselves, um, that's someone that I could have really given that kind of experience to, and I could have really thrived basically in that kind of experience. So they do have some regrets, if you will. Um, that's what you picked up on as well, just kind of like realizing the one that got away song. We're having a lot of those scripts play out as well in the subconscious, guys, so be mindful of those as well. It's an interesting class to sit. Very, very interesting class to sit. Oh, lovely Shreya in the building again. Let's see if we can find your question. I hope that was okay for you. Beautiful. I'm just trying because I see the list growing. I see hope. Oh, I love these. I'm excited for Halloween, guys. Are you guys excited? I'm super excited for Halloween because I know obviously the veil's going to be thin, manifesting is going to be throw your intentions over, guys. Throw your intentions over. If there's anything you're looking to manifest, I guess, till the next harvest full moon. When is the next harvest full moon? Oh God, I'm gonna come back to that, guys. But definitely throw it over, okay? Set some intentions out there for Halloween because the veil is thin, okay? The veil is thin around about that time. Shreya's question. Archangel Shamuel, can I get some assistance, please? And thank you. I'm looking for Shreya's question. Oh, are we doing that thing again? Right, guys, this happened to me last time. The questions are lost in cyberspace. And I said I'd be taking them on my notes. Not to worry, I'm going to do that moving forward. We shall learn, and I shall be held accountable for what I say that I'm going to do. All right, guys. Oh, this is like proper multitasking. I'm having to bring my secretary out tonight as well. Right. So, Shreya, my love, if you're still in the room, please can you put your question back out there to us because it got lost in cyberspace. I'm looking. Here goes. Okay. Is there a soul connection between Sagittarius and myself? Taurus, an astrology reading recently told me there's past life business between us. Ooh. Oh. I wanted something to read from the space because this isn't a cards sort of situation. I find crystals are actually much better for reading into past life stuff. It's just a whole different sort of energy. It allows for like the merging into those dimensions. Okay. Oh, you never posted it. Okay, there we go. That's still good though, because the guys are already holding me accountable. They're like, don't forget what you said you were going to do. We don't want to learn that lesson again tonight. So, noted, noted. Okay. There's past life business between them. Mm. Uh-huh. Okay, so what I see in the space, I guess, as far as what you guys had, there may have been some sort of business arrangement with the situation as well. Mm, I want to say business gone. I'm not going to say bad. It came to a bit of a stalemate. It came to a bit of a stalemate because of one party in the situation wasn't necessarily carrying their weight. The other party became unmotivated. Someone became greedy in terms of how they were making decisions. And now you must balance the space. Now you must, I'm seeing they're kind of like, now, now you must break it. Now you must break it because the energy has been sub-effective is what I'm hearing. It's been sub-effective. Okay. Okay. There's been strange synchronicities, and I don't know if this is coincidence. What do you mean? No such thing as coincidence. But what do you mean? Give us a little bit of a personality to that. Paint a picture for us. When you say synchronicities, what do you mean? Sorry, guys. Shreya's giving us some insight. Mm. Okay. 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 Hmm. Has that script been something that has played out in your dynamic? Yeah. Sorry, they already answered the question. um, each time he was present at a place, I was only a little further away from there. Okay. 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 Hmm. It seems like with the situation, there's some emotional blockages from that lifetime that is causing the stagnation in this timeline, essentially. Have you ever cut the cord between the connection of that lifetime? Oh, I guess not. Don't worry, don't answer that. The answer just found its way here. I guess not. Okay, okay. Yeah, just don't. It's okay, beautiful. I received you. I received you. My heart received you. Okay, so what I would say with that situation, you have to be methodical, because there's still some hurt, some sadness, from that timeline. Have you ever gone into your subconscious to observe any of your past lives to understand the dynamic that played out? Is there a blockage with that? I'm hearing that that may be a bit of a tricky situation. Sorry, guys. I'm just going into the unpacking. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What I'd say is it's worth unpacking this on that layer of time, space, reality, I guess, this whole thing that we're experiencing here. It might be worthwhile cutting it down from that layer because there's still a truce that hasn't been met in that timeline, which is causing stagnation in the present existence, I guess, of what you're experiencing now. Because I'm sure that you guys that are experiencing that timeline in that space is feeling differently about it. But yeah, if you can, you know, it. I'm not going to say it's not hard, and I'm not going to say that the issue, it becomes challenging to access, sorry, our archived files if we are not receptive. So we have to be open. You can utilize meditation and just tell your body. For myself, that's what I find works for myself. I tell your body where you want to go, and just be open to wherever your body takes you, and allow for your third eye to just capture the moments visually, and get what you can whilst you can in those spaces, and then come back to interpret what you can in terms of the synchronicities there and here. Um, yeah, it is. I feel there's something between us which is not falling in place, and this is a cycle happened in 2012, and now all over again. Yeah, yeah. It can be very, very tricky. Other timelines sometimes stagnate our present timelines as well. But there was a situation where things just didn't end well, I guess. Um, it left a little bit of a bitter taste, for lack of a better way of putting it. So that needs to be worked through a little bit, in that space, to allow to create space in this dimension of time. I'm sure you know. That's why you're looking into this stuff, right? But it seems like things kind of like ended very abruptly. Okay. Yeah, that's how it seemed like that was the breaking point. Things, I'll say this, it wasn't just business, it was business and pleasure. And I think it was business that got bad and pleasure became tainted. Okay. So that potentially is what's causing the disruption here as well. So yeah, that part. Let me just put that out there. Thank you for sitting into the space, guys. Erie. Oh, hey, Erie. I think you just put your question in. Will my future girlfriend understand my introverted lifestyle? She will in time, my love. I'm being called So Delight Crystal to channel their space as well. They will in time. They're a little bit more of the type of person to wear a mask, for lack of a better way of putting it. I'm always just going to keep it troll with you guys, okay? I don't need to do the disclaimer. You guys know what it is now. They're a little bit more prone to wearing the mask. They're a little bit more prone to societal pressures and having to shrink to be able to maintain. Um, they'll grow to love it. They appreciate it for you. It's not them, so it's fine for you to have that lifestyle. But if you're open to not forcing it upon them as a choice as well, they're happy for you to be who you are. And they're equally just as happy to wear their mask for as long as they feel like they need to wear their mask until they feel comfortable, and provided that you're willing to be patient with their process, they'll accommodate and accustom to your introverted lifestyle in time. Okay, my love. Yeah, that's how they gave that to me. Short and sweet, but that's how they gave that to me. Okay, that's good. Yes, 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 yes. I did read the question. That was the guidance. They have their own stuff that they're working through, and they'll grow to be able to throughout the process. They respect it, they appreciate it, they admire it. Sometimes it's frustrating for them because it can be a little bit combative sometimes, where it's like, oh, I want to do this, and it's like, well, I don't really want to do that. Oh, I want to do this. Oh, I don't think I want to do that. So those may be some of the struggles with the differences in personalities, but it's never something that's a personality clash per se. It can bring up a lot of sensitive emotions, however, is what I'm seeing. Okay. But you guys will get there. You guys will get it. Patience is the main thing. You guys have to, I guess, over pour patience into the foundations of whatever it is that you guys are building together, because that's going to be an important ingredient to maintaining and sustaining the relationship. Okay. Right, Iri, thank you for that. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, Mateo. Hey, Baba. Welcome, 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 my love. Yes, Mateo, come on. Give it to us. You've been waiting, okay? Let me see if I can find your question in here, because yeah. Guys, make sure you have your questions copied and pasted just in case I need you guys to re-upload, okay, when I get around to you. Because this happened last time, and I'm okay, I'm working at being able to keep the channels open for you guys whilst trying to take notes, okay? Intercepts the channels. So yes. Let me see if I can find your question. Did you put it back in the chat for us? Okay. Grab your question back for us, Fateo. I don't know if we managed to Archangel Shamua. Oh. Oh. Ah, how they gonna beat that man? Oh, okay. Let's go back to the rose quartz. I saw. Thank you, my love. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. So, right. Um, it's an event. It's an event. They stand out to you. Oh, and you stand out to them. Oh, you stand out to them. It's your voice. Your voice stands out to them. And I think their voice stands out to you. It's interesting. Okay, so um, mm, their voice stands out. You guys' voice stand out to each other. I'm going to say from the sounds of it, their voice, you really like it. It does something, I guess, for you. It permeates your orbit. You know, you really appreciate how it sings to your orbit. Um, Thank you, beautiful. Thank you. I love that. How many have we got left in here? Okay, okay. Okay, thank you for bringing that out there because we're going to try and see if we can get this into the 90 minutes, guys. We'll see. But the list for now is okay. That's okay. If anybody else comes into the room, I think we're okay for now. We've got another, what, 6 people to go. So that's just good timing. We're here for another half an hour or so. Yeah, well, this is the thing. They have a certain sort of voice that, oh, honestly, that's the thing. That's the thing. That's the thing that, oh, that's so lovely. That's the thing that makes you feel like home. That's the thing that makes you feel like home. It's a voice and the presence that they carry, I guess, with a voice. They're very secure. There's somebody with, I don't want to say superficial power, but they have, I guess, notoriety within their areas of expertise. And I say areas because there's a few things that I guess they do. But yeah, you guys will meet at a social gathering, an event. It seems more like I don't want to say that it's business. For them, it may be business. For you, it may be social. But yeah, it seems like you guys are naturally drawn to each other. It's the voice. No, not at all. It's not a situation like that. They just seem like they have someone, they are somebody that has power. And when I say superficial power, I mean that they have status. They are seen by society to be well put together. So let me clarify for you. Their stature in society is somebody that is perceived to be somebody that has control. They have businesses, they have projects, they have things that they're doing. They're not just, I guess, they're not lazy. They're ambitious. They're driven. They're focused. They're determined. Those are some of the qualities that you hear beneath the vibrations of their tone. That's why it speaks to you, because those are some of the qualities that you're looking for in a partner. Okay, Mila? That's it. Right. Let's have a little look. I can't with you. This is why y'all are my peoples, okay? This is why I come here. Oh, you guys make me laugh. Patea said there's no missing of any meetings and parties, okay? Honestly, it's a real deep connection. I appreciate it for you, actually. Thank you for sharing that space with me. Okay, China. If you are in the building, put your stuff out there because I'm going to ask Archangel Shamuel, and he is going to do his best with his masculine energy to help me to find you in the chat. But there's only so much we can do with technology, man. Okay. Right, China. Let's see. If you're still in the building, put your stuff out here. Re-enter it back into the room for us. Archangel Shamuel, in the meantime, can you help us out? All good, all good. Saya, you're good. You're good. Right. Let's see. China? I'm not even seeing. Okay. Could I be added? Okay, so I see China now. Okay, I see China's wildest. Okay, China's wildest. Show us your wild world. Let's see. I love these names that you guys come up with. You guys are so creative and quirky. Okay. China, man, I can't see. Okay, I'm going to come back down. Hopefully you would have re-entered your question. No, I haven't got a re-entering of the question. Okay. China, show us your wild world. I'm struggling here. I'm going to move on to the next person in the meantime. Thank you, beautiful. I'm going to move on to the next person in the meantime. Kanchan, I know you're in the building. Okay, throw that question out there for me again, my love. And let's unpack it. Okay. Because I think I remember from a couple of weeks ago, you actually wanted to get something answered as well, something extra in this space. So let's see if we can unpack that for you. I'm going to let you guys take a minute. Oh, thank you, beautiful. Thank you. I'm going to ask a different question if you don't mind. I'm being called to ask a different question if you don't mind. Thank you, Baba, putting it out there. Putting it out there. The question that I have, Canada in the building. Hey, Canada. So Kanchan wants to know if Prashant, what's on their heart towards them? What's on Prashant's heart towards Kanchan? Oh, okay. Thank you. Okay. Right. So looking at the situation, this is it's interesting because there's a desire, I guess. What's the situation with communication? Because there's a desire for communication. I'll stick this up for you here. That's my little PayPal me, my love. Thank you for asking. That's my little PayPal me, guys, for my donations. Anybody throwing anything out there? I see. I can't even. How do you even pronounce that? Okay. Vivren thing. Okay. I'm trying to pronounce that. But so what I'm seeing, Kanchan, can you give me some answers as far as communication? Because what I'm seeing is that they are okay. Yeah, the communication thing's the barrier. That's the main thing. That's the theme of the class that you guys are in, essentially. Communication 101. Okay, let's unpack this a little bit. what can be done about the communication situation? What's the advice on that? Okay. Oh, there's a little bit of despair. Okay. Why? Why are they being closed off? Is there somebody else involved in the situation, Kanchan? Is there somebody else in the situation? Thank you. Okay, thank you. Thank you, my love, because that's what I'm seeing on the cards. What do you need Kanchan to know about this situation? Because the third party thing is very complicated, my love. What do you need Kanchan to know? I'm looking. I'm sorry if I look depressed, y'all. But the way that they're kind of like breaking things down to me, the situation is very complicated, and it's not even like a clear message, I guess, that is given with the situation. Oh, China, throw your question in. I'm going to come back to you, okay? You came back just in time. We wanted to know what was so wild and wacky in your world, okay? The thing I can't trust, what I can't understand is, he said, although he got third party, why he still wants me. Okay. Because there's feelings involved, my love. Because there's romantic feelings involved, and it's very complicated now. It's very, very complicated now. There's feelings there. I want to cry because that's how the energy is feeling. It just feels very emotionally volatile, and they want you. It's just a very complicated situation, my love. It's a very, very complicated situation. I don't know why I sometimes sense him holding back because he is. Because he is. Like he has to. He has to a certain degree. What is the advice, guys? What do you advise Kanchan to do with this? It's so messy. It's so messy, guys. I'm saying it's messy because there's a lot of intertwining timelines here, and it's very complicated. I know. All right, guys. The advice for you, my love. Let me sit with it and see what they're saying. Yeah, this is how can I put it? This is And this is how they're putting it to me. This is one of those losses that yields great rewards further down the line. I know that you've surrendered it to the universe, but if you've truly surrendered it to the universe, you have to allow for the divine order of things to occur and take place. And it's all well that we choose the people that we want, right? But their hearts have to choose us back as well. And if you're willing to let the universe work its timing, you just have to trust that the sacrifice now yields its own rewards. And if you're saying that you're giving it to the universe, be open. Be open is what I'm hearing, because the situation, it may not necessarily, how can I put it? It's not a short-term situation. It's not like a quick overnight fix to the situation, because there's so many layers to it. You'll be able to see rewards on the investment. This situation, I don't know if he chooses you back, in all honesty. Kanchan, I'm being completely honest. Just because of the things that are at risk. That's the energy that I'm picking up from his side. Because there's so much at risk, I don't know that he makes that choice consciously. I can't see that on the path. Doesn't mean it doesn't happen. It just means that you have to let the universe work in accordance to what is the best possible outcome with the situation. I'm seeing that the sacrifice has been noted and the reward is yet to come, is what they're saying. Okay. So he won't choose heart over benefits. I don't know. That's a decision that he'll have to make. It really is. He will battle with the choice, but ultimately it's a decision that he has to make. I can see that he does go on a bit of a emotional turbulence, if you will, just trying to understand what's actually going on and where they want to sort of take things, and if they're willing to make those types of sacrifices. Unfortunately, it's their choice to make. I don't know the outcome. I don't believe, I guess I'm supposed to, if the universe is going to work its magic on the situation. What I see on the situation is that he's battling with the thought, because the what he has to risk, he's weighing things up. So good, so good. Always remember an energy. But I'm sending prayers up for you guys, because I know it's a very complicated situation. It's very, very conflicting. I wish it really was as easy as you'd like it to be. But unfortunately, there's a lot of entanglement in the situation. There's a lot of other feelings and factors to the situation. It's just very, very complicated, my love. That's all I can say. It's very complicated. But yeah, let's head into the next space and see. And absolutely, China, let's get your stuff together. Oh, good. I want to. Energy. Okay. I'm going to pull some energy cards for you, China. What's China's person's? Raj! My dad's name for me was actually China Doll. So it's funny that that's even a conversation tonight. He's actually one of my guides, guys. Say hi to my daddy. He does stuff. He keeps me protected whilst I'm out here doing work. It's important. You're funny though, Rush. Let's see, what's thank you, beautiful people. Thank you, Hope. Right, let's see. China. What's China's person's desires towards them? What do they want? What's on their heart? Reveal them to us. What's beneath the surface, above the surface? Thank you. Okay. Okay. So they're confused. Why are they confused? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sometimes I just catch myself in thought. They're confused. What is the confusion? There's something about confusion here. They look towards you and they're confused. They see this, they see this, they see your vulnerability. They're intrigued, but they're confused. They don't know what. No, well, it says that they're confused. When they observe you, you give off a confusion, so they're not able to really receive you, unfortunately, my love. So sometimes, thank you, Pumpkin. Sometimes when we think we're emitting one thing, but we go off the Richter scale sometimes, it seems that they're confused. They look at you and they don't really know what to make of the situation. They like you, but they're not really sure what to make of the situation. Clarify this. What are they thinking on? Deeper. Okay. Ooh, okay. Okay. Okay, that's for you, China. Okay. Guys, okay, sometimes we think we appear one way to people, okay, but it doesn't hurt to receive some constructive analysis, okay? If we think that we are being very clear, but people are still picking us up in a confused manner and state, we might need to clarify the emissions that we are transmitting, okay? I know that you might think that you're clear, China, okay? But I'm telling you, he's hella confused, okay? This isn't a joke. He's confused. So I understand that it feels like you're not sending mixed signals, but what it might be is that you say one thing one time and then the wind might blow and you've got something else to say another time. But yeah. Let's have a little look. So the thing that they're confused, you cause mad anxiety actually, because you might say one thing one time and then something else the next time. It causes anxiety. It causes a lot of anxiety, the confusion. So you might want to work on that, okay? I know that you feel like you're wearing your crown, okay? And your crown is sitting perfectly fine and everybody else's vision of the crown is a problem, okay? But they're seeing it from the outside, so it may just be a little bit shifted a bit with all the, fineness of you. Yeah. You might just want to adjust your crown. If it's okay for you to change your feelings, right? It's okay for you to change your mind as your feelings change. I guess the recommendation, however, is to be able to articulate that no, this was how I felt then, this is how I feel now. And that no longer applies to how I feel then because I've come a little bit further on the journey to where I am now. Does that make sense? And I know that sounds like basic communication, but honestly, because I guess we're in a stage of communication where we're really actually not that great at communicating. We communicate through our body language, through our attitude, through our energy, stanked energy. You know, when we're carrying that stank vibe and nobody wants to be around us, we're communicating on all of these other layers so much more effectively. It's to the point where we're not as effective in communicating verbally sometimes. So feelings might have changed as the tides shift. You know, it's natural for those things to happen. But yeah, just clarify, I'm no longer at that place of this experience. Like, I'm at a different place now on the journey. But yeah, that should help things a little bit because I see that it causes them a little bit of anxiety. Okay. Yeah. Thank you for the question, my love. Thank you for the question. Let's have a little look and see who else is on the list. Damn. Okay. Jared, if you're in the building, you might want to throw your question out there again because I'm going to do my best with Archangel Shamuel, but as you guys have seen by now, there's only so much we can do. Okay. Do we have Jared's question? Archangel Shamuel, hook his sister up, man. No, we do not. Do we? Oh, Jared's still in the building and he had his stuff copy pasted. Guys, take notes. Take notes. What's my love interest Ian's next actions towards me? She's currently healing from her ex who broke her heart, and I'm checking on her from time to time. I'm not rushing the process. That's lovely of you. We appreciate that. Can we get some rounds of applause in the building for Jared on that? Because oftentimes we just want what we want, and we just want the people that we want, and we just want them to love us ASAP. But the healing process is necessary. It's a necessary part of the process. Also recently she hung out with her high school friends and she just had a puppy from her mom. Oh, that's nice. Okay. Oh, guys, we're coming up. What's the list looking like? Oh, okay, we've got 3. Right. Thank you, Pumpkin. So we've got Tropical as the last person on the list. Oh, is there anyone after Tropical? I think Sis came in the room as well. She broke down her name for me. I loved it. Where is it? It's somewhere in the chat. I'm coming into your space, Jared. Don't worry, I really am. I'm just trying to do maintenance at the same time because the room is heavy tonight, guys. Okay. We'll get through to Jake. If we can, Pumpkin, if we've got, I guess, up to Jake, we'll be able to get through a few things because I'm actually okay at the minute to be able to sit here with you guys. Right. I'm being called to come back to the energy cards again for you as well, Jared. So let's just have a little look. Okay. Ian's next actions. Oh, okay. Has there been something that... Oh, okay. I'm sensing that bear with me, I'm like picking up on something here because I'm seeing that there's some throat chakra stuff that's being worked through, some self-esteem stuff that's being worked through, some self-love is taking place at the minute. Okay, thank you guys, thank you. Right, show me what's Iron's next actions towards Jared. What do you see? Give it to me as clearly as you can, please, guys. Okay, thank you. Okay. So, a couple of things, Jared. And I just have to keep it all the way honest with you. There isn't necessarily an opening right now to a romantic connection. They're not necessarily in that place, and that's not going to be their next move. It has a lot to do with other commitments as well. It has a lot to do with their work commitments as well. Yeah, it has a lot to do with their work commitments as well. Not just like the emotional work as well and the emotional maintenance and management, but also I don't know that they have enough time at the minute. They're not emotionally available at the minute, and I'm sure you know that, which is why they're being, I guess, where they are right now. And that's what you're receiving. You know that they're not emotionally available, which is why you're leaving them to be able to nurse their wounds right now. One of the things that I am seeing on the situation, however, is that they just don't necessarily feel like they want to maybe be present for a relationship at the minute. Not in a sense of being emotionally available for it. They're just not. They're kind of wanting to drown themselves and distract themselves with other things at the minute as well. Yeah. So it's not necessarily something that they're looking to do. Sorry, I'm going to pull some cards as well to just clarify a little something for you as well, Jared, because we know that they're fragile right now and they're working through their state, right? So, do you see things? We know that that's not going to be the next action, but do you see things moving into the romantic tides for Jared and Iron? Let us see. Let's have a look and see. Do you see things moving into the... Okay. So the answer for you on that is that it is up to you. So I don't think that they're closed off to the idea of romance with yourself. I just think that they're not in a place to even look at that right now. Like I said, because they're so wounded, you know that they're already wounded and they have to kind of navigate through some of the battle wounds that they sort of took on from that relationship previously. Compromise. If you're willing to compromise and let this time pass, within just under a year from now, things are likely to start to move into the possibility of a romantic tide. There's room for it. They're more open for it. Yeah. Just under a year though. So I'm seeing probably around about the 10, 11 month mark where things start to feel like, okay, things are actually, the way, I guess, that you support her is what allows for her to be able to feel strong enough and ready to be vulnerable again. But she just needs these downtimes to nurse her wounds a little bit. Okay. So it's not her next action, but it is, I guess, a possibility if we let time pass. Okay. Right, guys, I'm getting so messy over here. There's so many cards out. Right. Let's have a little look. Yeah, she definitely needs more time for herself. She's like just balancing things as well at the minute. She's kind of distracting herself with work stuff as well. But she'll become emotionally available. I think she's just not available for herself at the minute. So yeah. That's it really. Ankita! What's up, Ankita? There you go, Jared. That's the spirit. Keep that same energy, man. That's okay, my love. Thank you. Thank you for stopping in and sharing your world with us. Ankita, give us your question again. Honestly, Archangel Shamuel's tapped out. He's like, I can't find these questions in here. There's so much that has happened. Oh, wow. Definitely not coincidence. No such thing exists. It just misses the whole concept of synchronicity. Both exist and don't exist at the same time, okay, depending on the perspective. But yeah, there's as many similarities between you guys because you're reflecting each other. You know, you're reflecting each other. We ask for very specific things. There's very specific things that we want, and we put it out there, and the universe gives it to us. You know, whoever's going to pick up the calling, they get to show up in our orbit and reflect us back at ourselves for better and worse. Okay, for better and worse. Let's keep that part, but definitely not a coincidence. Definitely not a coincidence. Definitely fated because it's one of those things that it's like pieces of pieces coming together. It's fate is a very, very precise math, basically, universally. On and off thing between you guys. Yeah, that tends to happen quite a lot because the thing about similarity is about being able to find the balance. And it's very, very tricky to do. It's very, very tricky to do because the same qualities that are shared are the precise things that can sometimes be too much of oneself. It's like, oh my God, I'm having too much of me right now. Like it's like when you activate drama queen mode and then you've got somebody that's mirroring that. It's like, oh my God, this is too much. Yeah, that part. That part, guys. Oh, yes. I know Baba's on it. Baba's on it. But I hope that answers your question, Ankita. Definitely fated. May need to work at just balancing the similarities a bit, and that might disrupt the inconsistency of the on-off thing. The similarities in itself may be the very thing that is the breaking force of it. Does that make sense? Let me know. Yeah. That's all good, my love. It's all good. All good. Just get the gauge right with the similarities thing, and it makes it easier for you guys to be able to stay on more often than off sometimes. Okay? Because that's quite a challenging thing to kind of like adjust each other's levels of personalities. It's a very, very tricky part of the game to play. I'm telling you, this matrix it gets tricky when we're navigating through mirroring and reflecting. Right. Baba's put her question like a few times. Is my future husband from Turkey? Love that. Love that. Let's get some cards out into the space. Ah, let's get some cards out into the space. Let us know, because Baba's been out here like putting the question out to the universe a few times. Okay, Baba's not playing around. Baba wants to know. Okay, she wants to know what she's looking for. Let's get some clarity. Okay. Let's have a little look. Okay. Oh. Is there somebody in your orbit at the minute that you're thinking of? Let me ask that question first because these cards are funny and I'm sure they're telling a story beneath the surface. So I need to ask that question to unpack this. all this little stuff right here. Is there somebody? Okay, good to know. Right. What I'm seeing with the situation is no, I'm not gonna accept that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. I'm not going to accept that. I just can't. Okay, the cards aren't allowing me to. I know that you're single, but is there somebody in mind that you have? Because they're not letting me accept that. Is there somebody that you have in mind as you ask this question? I have to ask the question because, yeah, I know. Listen, Turkey's awesome. I love me a little bit of Turkish flavor. What I'm seeing with the situation, right? Reason why I asked the question, is because it seems like things weren't necessarily aligned for you guys in the past, is what I'm seeing. Okay. And right now, it's a tricky time as well. Oh, what will be the outcome, guys? I'm sorry, they're telling me like a whole little story over here, but I need to have more of an understanding. What will be the outcome? Do you see them coming together? I know that the timing in the past wasn't right. I get that. But do you see them coming together? Okay. Okay. Okay, my love. I've just got to give it to you as they gave it to me. It's not the right time. It's not the right time. What's this about? Sorry, they've also... He responded to my comment on his live only. Okay. That's so funny. Okay. Alright, guys. Clarify this to me. Take action in what way? Okay, okay. Okay. They're saying don't stop. Don't stop with the situation. You guys kind of are being aligned. Now isn't necessarily the right time for anything to really develop with you guys, but it's a slow moving process. Within the next few months, I want to say at least 6 to 7 months, my love, because this seems like it's a whole process. How long have you guys been in each other's orbit? Like, how long have you guys been engaging with each other? Give me some insight into that. Yeah. Yeah. There's some reconsiderations that needs to be had. Oh, give me some insight, Baba. Like, how long have you guys been talking to each other or engaging with each other and stuff? Let me know so I can give you some more insight into what's actually taking place with this stuff because, yeah, it's a lot. Oh, Baba, no, but that's what I'm saying. I want to get an understanding of like how long have you guys been in contact with each other. So basically, what's happening with the situation is that it's not necessarily the right time for you guys to really sort of come together just yet. The stars haven't aligned for it, my love. I don't know how else to kind of like put it. Not in the way that you would like. This is a slow moving process. This is why I wanted to understand. Um, he never responds to me on DM. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's not the right time. What I'm seeing is that things haven't necessarily aligned, I guess, in that way for you guys just yet. I'm not gonna say husband. Um, I'm not gonna say husband. Yeah, I can't say husband, my love. I can't say husband. I'm going to say things are going to really develop potentially in the next 6 to 7 months, provided that you don't let, I guess, his standoffish personality um, deter you. It can sort of shift into a different tides, but the stars haven't aligned for it. Not right now. Potentially in a few months, it may be a different type of situation. Do you know much about what's going on their end? Yeah, no, I know that they're not your person. I can see that the situation is very complicated. Very, very complicated, in fact. It's not right now. Um, I don't think that they're there. I don't think that they're there. So I'm going to say no, my love. Um, yeah, I'm going to say no. Let it let it settle over the course of the next 6 to 7 months. And you'll kind of see how that unfolds. They're just saying the stars haven't aligned for anything to develop between you guys at the minute. Maybe in 6 to 7 months, that's more of a likely space in time, I guess, for you guys to be able to uh, work at developing this connection so it's stronger on like their end, but it's not there yet. They're not there yet. They're not necessarily seeing you in the same level, on the same frequency in which you're seeing them at the minute. That's just where they're at. Okay. Sorry, love. I just have to keep it honest. Otherwise, they make me feel all sorts of stuff, guilt, shame. So I just have to keep it honest with you guys. I don't want to sort of like take us through a process like that, right? Well, we've got tropical, and tropical's already put their question out there. I hope that that was useful for you at least, but now is not the time. 6 to 7 months, things may be more aligned for you guys to maybe cultivate something. They may be in a very complicated situation right now. I'm just hearing that now isn't the time. Things just haven't necessarily aligned in that way. Okay, but in a few months, there may be more of a likelihood. Okay. Um, okay. That's okay. That's okay. You can put it out there, beautiful. We've got, I think Jake is next after Tropical Moon. We had a beautiful energy in the room as well. I don't know if she's still here. I think it's PYT Viv. I can't remember, honestly. I don't know why I'm even trying it. I really don't know why I'm even trying it. But they were in the room as well. If you're still here, um, yeah, confirm for us if you're still here. And oh, thank you, Pumpkin. Yeah, I don't know if they're actually still here, but yes, you can be put into the mix of everything. That's fine. That's okay, guys. I'm gonna go till 12 tonight, guys. I'm gonna sit in the space with you guys and let God utilize me until midnight. So that's at least another 40 minutes. We're gonna try and get everything that's in the space going. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. It was quite the name. It was quite the name. We're gonna go to Tropical Moon Pops. What made my guy fall for me? I'm posting right now because I'm about to be on the road. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Um, oh, mm. There's an innocence to your eyes. That was the first thing that I picked up. They like your heart. They appreciate your heart. They appreciate how caring you are. Um, sometimes, um, they're a little bit concerned about your tendency to overthink things a little bit. Um, but they trust that you're emotionally sort of capable. They know that you are emotionally secure enough to be able to navigate through some of the things, and they're grateful for you. They're grateful for the way that you're grateful for the small things. Um, hmm. They like the way that you compliment them. Um, and I don't mean like sharing compliments, I mean like as a counterpart, you're a complimentary counterpart to them. Um, yeah, guys. Um, so they see you as somebody that really, yes, Wonder Girl, you can be. They see you as somebody that really exudes a lot of confidence, and not in a greedy way where you're kind of like tearing people down. They just see you as somebody that's confident in what they're doing and what they've got going on. And that's something that they appreciate about you as well. That's something that I guess made them fall for you. Yeah, they feel like you're somebody that makes them happy because of the way that you carry yourself. Sometimes I'm hearing sometimes you could be a little bit cuckoo. And what I mean by that is the overthinking things, I guess. That's kind of like what they mean in that thought. Um, but for the most part, they actually like the way that your mind works as well. That's why they can, sometimes be open to learning how to regulate the actual thoughts a little bit better, you know? So that they can be constructed a little bit better. But they like how you are to people. They like the way that you carry yourself to people. They like how you approach people, even to be assertive sometimes. They like that energy. A little bit too much sometimes. Yes, tropical moon. Um, energy a little bit too much sometimes in the assertiveness, but at the same time, they appreciate that it gets the job done. Um, and yeah, they like being around your energy. Yeah, no, it is you, my love. It is you. They like being around your energy. And they like the fact that other people like being able to be around your energy. Um, yeah, nice presence. That's what I'd say for you. Okay, my love. Yeah, those are nice qualities. Those are nice traits to have. Mm, thank you, pumpkin. Oh. Okay, so I hope that that was useful, my love. No, that's okay. That's okay, beautiful. It's all good. Right? Oh, dude. Uh, Jake, you are next, Jake. I don't know if you've popped your question into the chat, if you're still in the room. Throw it at us and let's see. What I really need to know. Okay. Is that the question? You want like a general reading on what you really need to know right now? Is that right? Hey, Maria. Yeah, I'm here. I'm here till midnight, y'all. Just checking into the space with you guys tonight. Is that the question, Jake? Yes. Okay. Okay. General reading. We can do that. Okay. We've got that here for you too. Right. What does Jake need to know right now, guys? What do you guys feel like is the most important thing for Jake to know at this point of the journey? What does Jake need to know? Make it clear. Okay. Okay. You're going through a breakthrough, my love. So what this is saying to me, you're going through a breakthrough, which this class kind of it's happening in a few different ways, right? You're getting mentally perceptive about certain choices that you've made in certain decisions that you were forced to make. That's how it's feeling, like a force to make. It feels like it was in response to the incoming energy. You're at a place where you're kind of getting a little bit more understanding as well about how to balance things out a little bit. What I'm seeing is kind of like a situation, and I want to just like unpack the thing that they're speaking about because there's layers to this perceptivity that you're receiving as far as like your upgrade, right? You're getting a little bit more perceptive on a one-sided situation that you dealt with. May have felt like a one-sided engagement with someone, a one-sided relationship. It was just that theme, that script that was playing out, selfishness essentially. Okay, and you're becoming a little bit more perceptive around it as well. As you're doing so, your discernment is elevating in the process of doing so. And money shall be making its way to you, my love. Money shall be making its way to you, but money will also be leaving you to be returned to you, is how I'm getting that. Okay. Yeah. Is there anything you're thinking about as far as investments at the minute? That's for you, Maria. Thank you. Thank you, my love. Is there anything as far as investments, Jake, that you're thinking about? Time, energy, resources, whatever. It doesn't even necessarily have to be money. Is there a project? What is this thing that you're getting a little bit more perceptive about? Give us some insight so that we can give as much clarity as we can whilst we're in the space checking. We're going to let Jake sort of come back to us on that. But yeah, give us some more insight. Okay. Yeah. Jake, are you still with us? Give us some answers, man. I know you're probably there like typing away as well, trying your best to like go as quickly as possible. Um, is there a not especially? I think it's about my relationships, yeah. Yeah. Has that been a pattern that you've been navigating through recently? Just selfishness or selfish behavior? Because a lot of the times you attach the behavior to the person, but really the behavior is separate to the person. It's just something that can be unlearned. It just takes patience. It takes patience for people to deprogram and reprogram, and they have to be willing as well for God to be able to work on them and purify their hearts in that way. Um, yeah, what I'm seeing with the situation, the general guidance that they want to give you right now is that you're breaking free from a lot of um, the mental restrictions, I guess, some of the thoughts that you had about how situations broke down, and um, you're breaking free from some of the misalignments of your own values. There were certain things that you did and equally put up with and allowed that was actually against your moral compass as well. And you're becoming a little bit more perceptive of these things and choosing wisely how to respond to these situations as they show up. You're not always going to be able to be in the conscious mind as you do so, is one of the things that I'm hearing with that. But be gentle with yourself when you aren't, and be graceful to others when you are. Be open to seeing where this breakthrough can take you, um, because there's mountains along the way, is what I'm hearing. Um, yeah, yeah. Um, That's what I'm hearing for you. This perceptivity that you're I guess strengthening at the minute, it's preparing you. It's preparing you for something else, my love. Um, there's a lot of internalized energy, and those are the things that you're getting a little bit more perceptive about. You're becoming a little bit more perceptive about decisions, things that may be feeling like it's weighing you down, or maybe other people's, I guess, other people's sake that you have to think of, or the people that you have to consider when you're making certain decisions. Um, yeah, there's a victory that you're kind of. Yeah, it is. I would say that it is a rebirth for you. It's a mental rebirth. It's mental reprogramming. It's a mental updating and upgrading of yeah, your state of mind, which will then impact your state of being, which will then permeate through your state of embodiment, as far as how you're able to engage with the world at large. Um, something's coming for you. Something's coming for you, my love. Keep doing what you're doing. It's a breakthrough moment. It's unfolding, um, and you'll experience some disappointments along the way. I'm not going to say that it's going to be like, you know how it is with the rebirthing process. It's like being a baby all over again and having to, I guess, grow into sustenance of that timeline. So just know that you're able to do this. It's just there's a lot of things that needs to go in the process, and self-discipline is going to be the key factor to how things unfold for you moving forward. Okay? Self-discipline is the main thing, because self-doubt will show itself along the journey. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. That's it. I have nothing else for you, unfortunately, Jake. That's it. I hope that that was useful for you. I feel like they were with generals. It can be quite, you know, yeah, general, if you will, but yeah, you'll be fine with everything that's kind of unfolding for you. I think it's just a case of being able to go through this rite of passage to get to the other side. Okay. Yeah, no, that's good. I'm glad that it did. Thank you for stopping in and sharing your world with us tonight. Right, guys. Oh, we've got pumpkin. Pumpkin's on the list next, guys. Right. So, mm, oh, ah, who my soulmate is and what he looks like, etc. Okay. Now, I'm going to go and look into your hard drive. Okay. So I need for you to this is for Pumpkin Hope. Take a deep breath and let me into your world, basically, for lack of a better way of putting it, my love. Because I need to be able to tap into your subconscious psyche remotely in this space and see what I can pick up from you. That tickled me, guys. Who said, does he look like Robert Pattinson or Logan Paul? We do all have several different soulmates. It depends on whomever we want to play out different lessons with at whatever time or whatever we're actually willing to do. We summon them in depending on what we're ready for, and we just dispose of them, I guess, as the tides pass, as and when they have fulfilled their service to our growth. No, and I get what you mean. I get what you mean, beautiful. I get what you mean. I'm actually so for you, what I'm seeing with the situation, I'm I'm getting Eastern European features, but with a little bit of flavor. That's the best way that I can put it, because that's not necessary. So they may be I don't want to say well traveled, um, but that may not be the appearance, I guess, that they give. And when I say the appearance that they give, so they may not fit the stereotypical mode of that. I'm sorry, I'm like squinting my third eye because I'm seeing. So I don't know if you guys can see me. I'm like squinting my third eye. What I'm seeing with that connection, the connections made as you're upping your healing game. Oh, yeah. Oh, as you're upping your healing game, that's where the connection's made. So I want to make this clear, because sometimes when they say soon, when they say soon, our concept of soon and their concept of soon is sometimes very, very different. Okay. So I want to make that clear to you. When they say soon, there's still a process that has to unfold. Tides have to pass out. The version you are now is not the woman that meets that person on the timeline. So as you grow into the woman that becomes that woman that they actually meet, that's the most important part of the quest, is what I'm hearing. I'm seeing an 18 to 19 months timeline with the process, because there's a lot of growing that you must do, my love, is what I'm hearing. There's a lot of shedding and molding that must take place, is what I'm hearing. They've got a very funny and quirky sense of humor. And they don't take themselves too seriously. Sometimes it can get a little bit frustrating, I guess. I can see that sometimes that can get frustrating for yourself, as it kind of, as time moves on, the more time you guys spend in each other's orbit. But yeah, it's the woman that you become that becomes a woman to him, is what I'm hearing. Okay, my love. Yeah. You guys, I can't with you guys. This is why I needed to close my eyes, okay? Because you guys are out here going ham, going crazy in the chat. This would have been all the distraction. Oh. Yeah, he had like an Eastern European look about him, but that wasn't really how he was. It was weird actually, because that he maybe like connected to other roots as well that may not be like him in his entirety, basically. Young Leonardo DiCaprio. Oh, you guys. Oh, we're gonna unpack that original Yanni. That seemed loaded. That seemed loaded. Um, oh, he doesn't look like Jim Carrey. No, he doesn't. He doesn't look like. He doesn't look like Jim Carrey. He actually has like, it's weird. I say Eastern, so he's got like dark brunette sort of hair, and he's got like chubby cheeks, brown eyes from what I could see. He's got a nice smile. He's just got a loving sort of like warm heart and presence and personality. Yeah. I can't with you guys, I'm glad I closed my eyes because you guys would have just had me out here just getting disrupted with the connection. And I was trying my best to like, yeah, anchor into this space as best as I could. But there's a timeline, basically beautiful. You're kind of growing into the woman that they actually connect to. You're not there yet, and neither are there. You guys are not there in that space of time just yet. Embodiment work is taking place at the minute. Okay, y'all. Hope that was useful for you. Thank you for sharing this space with me as well. He doesn't look like Robert Pattinson at all. Oh my days, I can't with you. Thank you, Wonder Girl. Now that's why you Wonder Girl, okay? You were ready. Oh, I love that. Hey, Aaron. Lovely to have you in the room, bro. These guys are killing me. Oh my days, you guys are hilarious. Well, you were a quick one to go. You were like, I'm ready. Um, how will things grow? Will things grow with Aries in coming weeks? Love situation. Well, I'm shutting up shop at midnight, so if I can get these readings, heavy day, indeed, indeed, heavy week. God, the energies this week, guys. This is why I felt like coming into the space tonight, man. The energies this week has been a lot to navigate through. Right, Wonder Girl's question is, let's see, will things grow with Aries? Well, let's be clear. Even when things dissipate, that is growth. Okay, so let's be clear and ask, how will things grow with Aries in the coming weeks? For Wonder Girl, how do you think? See, okay. Making the effort. Who's being somebody's being a little bit of an introvert with a love connection. Is this you or the other party? I can't with you guys. You guys are proper going off in the comments. So what I'm seeing in the space for you, Wonder Girl, right? It seems as though you guys are actually learning to make more of an effort with the situation. So it is going to grow. That's how it's going to grow. It's going to grow in effort, okay? Because a lot of the times we're so busy demanding all the things that we want from people. We're not giving enough of that energy out there, unexpected as well. But it seems like they're actually making an effort. So yes, things are going to be developing for you guys in the coming weeks of making an effort. It seems as though there's I guess with I wanted to use the term withdrawal. There is some withdrawal at the minute from what I can see with the situation, but they're going to be making an effort, I guess, in the coming weeks as time kind of continues for you guys. Because that's kind of like the main thing at the minute. Somebody's feeling a little bit underappreciated. Are you feeling underappreciated? Oh, I can't with you guys. You guys are proper out here. That's it. They're going to be making an effort for you in the next few weeks. A few things that's going to come up for you guys as you're navigating through the class trust issues. Working through emotional volatility and actually still being okay to feel like it's a safe environment. So highlighting all the ways that you may not necessarily be unsafe in the environment isn't necessarily the way to get safety in the environment. Working towards all of the things that are actually the things that makes you feel safe in the environment is more the way to do so. I know that may have sounded like a riddle, but it's the facts. Sometimes we focus on what we don't want and create more of that timeline. If you're able to navigate through some of the trust issues, there is the opportunity for you guys to be able to kind of recommit in a different way. So some heart-to-heart conversations are definitely going to be required to be able to navigate through some of these trust issues. Okay, my love. That's it. I hope that was useful for you. Awesome stuff. Maybe we can do this. We've got 12 minutes before shop shuts down, guys. 12 minutes. Oh, I love that, Aaron King. Thank you for stopping into the space, man. Where are we, guys, with the list? Let's see. Who is next on the list? Oh, Maria. What's your question, Maria? Because you're out here in the in the chat vibing with us. Yes, you are next, my love. You are absolutely next. What is your question? Put it out there. I'm sure you actually put it out there before. But if you can, my future husband. Oh, damn. That's a lot of expectation to put on T. Even as you said that, my legs started scratching. I don't know if he's comfortable with the ball and chain concept. Damn, Maria. Oh, I don't know if he's comfortable with the ball and chain concept. You might need to loosen the grip a little bit, beautiful. Okay. Let's unpack that. Right. Make it very clear to us. What is the universal intent for Maria with T? Make it very clear. She sees marriage. What is the universal intent? Thank you, guys. Okay. I shit you not. I'm not even making this up, Maria. Okay. This is what I'm saying to you. He's not ready yet. Okay. He's not ready yet. Okay. I have to put that out there because this is an interesting concept. So the cards that you have is attraction, worth waiting for, and wedding. Okay. So let's talk about this. Okay. They're not at a place where they're thinking marriage tomorrow, next week, next month, next year. They're not necessarily there yet. However, they are open to the possibility of that with yourself. Good. Good. I'm glad that you're actually like at the same place at least because they're not necessarily there yet. It's a waiting game with this situation, okay? There's so many variables to the situation that needs to be resolved first before the whole marriage situation feels like a definite thing. But they're open to it. They're not a no to it. And it's not even something that they are pondering on too much. I think maybe some of the main things that may be a factor to that is just getting the finances in order and making sure that they're in a place that they're financially comfortable with. So these are some of the things that they're kind of like working on as far as like working towards that goal. They're also just making sure that they can really come to the table with like a proper offer and say like, you know, yeah, I really wanna one if he's the one. Should be my soulmate. I feel that connection. What I will say is that they're not necessarily at a place where they're ready and willing to commit tomorrow, but they're potentially open to the idea of marriage. Do you guys talk about marriage much, or is this something that because when you first put it out there, Maria, okay, definitely not comfortable with the thought. Definitely not comfortable with the thought. It felt like a bit of a heavy weight. Do we have it honestly, it depends on how many lessons we need to learn. It depends on how many lessons we need to learn, unfortunately. It depends on what connections needs to be made where. But I hope that makes sense to you, Maria. They're not there yet, but they're open to the idea. And for you guys, for him, he's too busy with it. I told you that's not necessarily the case that he's too busy with his career. I think he just wants to basically make sure that he's in a position financially to really be able to sustain something like that, which is why he's just not thinking about the whole marriage situation in that way because it feels like a ball and chain. Okay. He's too nailed down in that kind of dynamic. And you work at it, girl. Okay, you work at it. Okay. I'm not gonna say nothing nothing that is substantial is worth easy to come. Like, I'm not gonna do all that like negative programming. What I'm going to say is that there's a price to pay for everything, and if that's what you want, pay the price. Because oftentimes, people are like, oh my God, I was in a pickle and God really helped me. God, there's a price to pay for that. Okay. Sometimes we don't want to pay the karma forward, but yeah. The price to pay for it is time. Give him time to become comfortable with doing so without meeting too many resistances of all of the ideologies of the things that he feels like he doesn't have, i.e. the financial stability to be able to maintain that kind of timeline. Okay. See that, beautiful. See that. It'll pay off. It'll pay off. Trust me. It'll be worth it in the end. Sagittarius, you are the final one, closing out the space. We've got 5 minutes in the building. Give us your question. Hit me with it. Yes, Sagittarius, hit me with it. Let's see what the guides have to say for you on your question. Guys, class has been tough this week, man. All the lessons have been tough. Every single area. Oh, felt that one. I'm talking to you, Sagittarius. I felt your question. What is Tamir's feelings about? Oh, Nadira. Hello, beautiful. Lovely to have you back in the room. What is Tamir's actual feelings towards Nadira? Make it clear. What is Nadira? Ooh. Okay. Let's see all of the unfoldings here. Oh. Sorry, my love, I'm just taking in the cards. It's the whole story. So I'm trying to understand the different layers of the story so I can give you a full scope of what I'm picking up here. Okay. Long and short of the situation, my love, they're at a place where they're feeling burnt out by the situation. They're feeling burnt out. I feel like they're emotionally exhausted. It felt like a very heavy burden to carry. And I'm going to ask you this question. How can I put it? Because it seems like somebody in the relationship is a little bit one-sided, basically. It feels like a one-sided connection where the other person may be a little bit standoffish. I don't know that they want to be able to engage. Clarify these right here. Sorry. There's a story over here that I'm seeing on the cards and yeah. Oh, Yeah, it felt like a sadness. It felt like a sadness in this space. Okay. Okay. Thank you for sharing that. Hmm. Yeah. What I'm seeing with this person, in the nicest possible way, the first few words that I heard was their shallow and superficial selves. That's the person that is basically engaging with this timeline that you're experiencing, where you said quote unquote, he chose her. Um, she kind of fitted the mold, I guess. The mold of what he was looking for. That's more of a casual situation, whereas I think that you wanted something deeper. Um, and that person was a little bit, they presented themselves at least to be a little bit more open to a casual experience, provided that it can potentially grow into something. So were you kind of just um how can I put it? Because the way that it's kind of showing on the cards a little bit is that um I wouldn't say there was an overinvestment. I would say that there was uh miscommunication on what should be invested, because I think that he kind of set the space, from what I can see, for you to be open to the idea that things could move into something else, but didn't didn't necessarily have the intention to follow up through his actions. Um, this person is, yeah, they fit the mold. I don't know how else to put it. The person in the situation that they're with at the minute, the way that they feel with the situation is that they feel burnt out. That's how they feel, not just towards you, but that's just towards the situation. You are simply a representation of the situation itself. They feel burnt out. They feel a little bit restless, I guess, about how he turned his back. I guess how he turned his back on you. I think yeah, he feels a little bit restless about how he turned his back on you, but at the same time, he was kind of burnt out with the situation. He didn't really. I'm not going to say that he didn't really want commitment. He just didn't really want to be forced into anything. That's the main thing that I'm getting. It felt like a force. It felt like a force. Um, and he was just looking for something very open, free, and casual. And that fit the bill for what he wanted at that time. Um, the guidance for you, my love, on the situation is to let let your friends, I guess, wherever you kind of like find that you need to maybe speak about this, because I can tell that it's still something that saddens your heart. Because even when you asked the question initially, it just felt like a sadness. But if there's anything that you also need to kind of like articulate as you purge the grieving process of that relationship dynamic, um, it's not that you weren't enough. It's just that you guys wanted different things at different times, I guess. Um, and he's a little bit, uh, what's the word I'm looking for? He regrets a little bit the way that he kind of handled you with the situation. So that's also one of the things that continues to keep the lack of communication going, because it's like, how do I even come back from that? Where do I start? I mean, hello would do, but we overcomplicate things in our minds, humans. It's a thing we do. But at the minute, yeah, they have certain regrets, but they know that it's just not. I don't know how else to put it. They know that it's just not. Okay, I hope that was useful for you. I don't even know if you were able to get anything from that. I could just see that there was a lot of confusion. It was a difficult decision to make, but the decision that they made makes them feel more comfortable now, because it doesn't feel so much like they have to meet this person's expectations in the same way. Unfortunately, there isn't the same expectations, basically. So, yeah, it was all about a clean break, I guess, for them, is the best way that I can put it. Sorry, my love. That's pretty much everything from me, guys. That's all of the stuff tonight. It was quite the night tonight. Honestly, there's a lot of stuff that's going to be unfolding for us, guys. So be sure to stay conscious, okay? That's okay, my love. That's okay. Thank you for sharing your space with us. Yeah, stay vigilant, guys. Not hyper vigilant, just vigilant. Okay, don't let fear kind of run off on a tangent, creating its own narratives to the stories that we're sort of having to play out. There's a lot of old scripts that are no longer suitable to us, that are dissipating. So we have to play out a lot of these old roles. Think about, because a lot of us have come into the space asking about stuff to do with romance. Think about the next role that you're auditioning for in your romantic life. Okay, how do you see yourself with your partner? What is the qualities of the partner that you see when you see that version of yourself, and work towards that timeline and that embodiment of self? Because I'm telling you guys, this round is about to be bloody epic, guys. I'm telling you, it's about to be epic. The way that God is about to shake things up for us, we won't even be recognizable to ourselves, okay? It's about to be lit. It's about to be lit, but it's going to be good. It's going to be an awesome, awesome time. It's just, we have to be willing to be completely authentic and transparent and break down our barriers of vulnerability with the right people. Don't just go out here and be savage with yourself now and then use other people to harm yourself and cast them in roles of the villain so that you can be the victim to your experience. Let's upgrade the victim mentality, because that is also programming that is not going to be serving for where God's trying to take us, guys. As a collective, there's amazing things about to show up and reflect for us. So let's choose to do better ourselves. Let's choose to do better for ourselves, first and foremost, because we're constantly trying to tell people how to do us, and we don't even do ourselves those ways. So let's, be the example of what we want for other people to be giving to us, by giving that to ourselves first and foremost, because it's going to be quite the trip, guys. I'm sending you guys so much love, so much enthusiasm as well. Like, I know this human stuff is hard, okay? Because I've been like, oh my God, I can't juggle all of this humanness all week, okay? However, we shall persevere. It might feel hard right now, and it's supposed to, because we're navigating through some of the most narrowest times, I guess, of our evolution. Like, there's only the best way to do it is very, very narrow, whereas any way to do it is very broad. So as we're being forced through these best ways, that is such a narrow pathway within the vortex of time for us, I guess. It's very, very unnerving, but keep at it, my loves. We'll do it together, and we'll be able to come out from this on the other side and talk about and talk about all the experiences that we had along the way, all the stories that sort of came up, and all of the roles that we were casted in, and all of the scripts that we had to decline auditions for because we're no longer playing those people in our own lives, thankfully. So yeah, carefully decide what scripts you want to engage with for this season as well, seeing as the Outer Planets have now gone direct. And be mindful of the other scripts that you're going to be taking people into as well. Don't audition for like all the nasty stuff that we've been doing. Like Anger has been auditioning a lot of negative timelines and scripts for people. Let's not do that. Okay. Let's see if we can find the thing that we're actually angry about and see if we can alchemize that back into love and create the timeline in a little bit more of a cohesive space for you to be healthy when you get there. Okay, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and physically. Okay, guys. On that note, I'm gonna love you guys and leave it there for you guys. Thank you guys for sitting in with me tonight. Feel free to donate anything that you guys are able to offer for tonight's service. I actually don't even remember that I put this stuff out here, but it's there. And I'll see you guys next week. Honestly, I'm gonna try to get back onto our rhythm of Friday, but you never know. If anything changes, I'll put out the schedule and you guys will be able to see. Okay, my loves, have an awesome night. Love you guys. Mwah. Take care, guys. Full joy the ride. Okay, that part. Bye, guys.